Alright, today we're going to be milking my goat for the first time. Okay, it is finally time. Lily has had her baby almost 2 weeks ago, and now it is time for me to start milking. I'm very excited. I separated them last night so that the baby won't drink her milk for the night and her udder will be filling up. So in the morning, we go milk her out and then we let the baby back in and the baby will eat throughout the day. So we are gonna go milk her for the first time. Separating them was actually a lot easier than I'd expected. Probably though because Lily wasn't really expecting and processing that her baby was not gonna be staying with her the whole night. I basically took the baby and walked out into the bigger pen. Lily followed me out and then I stuck her in and stuck Clove into the little pen with the house and shut the door. And she seemed to do all right. I didn't hear any bleeding for a while. I went back out a little late. I went back out a little later to kind of check on them, and that's kind of when she was realizing that she wasn't. That this is going to be a longer span of time than she was hoping, and now they're being noisier. But as soon as we get this done, we will be able to let them back together, and they will be together again. So let's go get them. Hi, baby. You're absolutely gonna hate me for this. I'm sorry. I know you're. I know you're like really angry with me. Let's go. Yeah, you remember this? Come on. Good girl.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now the tricky part's gonna be getting her head through. She does not want to. Come on. Good girl. Oh, you like the alfalfa, don't you? Okay, so here she is. It is a little chilly this morning. I think that's why she's shaking a little. We were able to get her up on the milking stand actually pretty easily for how she's been lately. She still won't put her head through in by herself, but I didn't have to push very hard at all. I just kind of led her head through it and she was good. The first couple times we actually had to like kind of wrestle with her to get her through that. She really didn't want to go. So you don't want to make a habit of brushing your dairy goat every once in a while just to make sure that no loose hair will fall into the milk. So I've been working on doing that and brushing her every few days. She's gotten used to it. It's been a lot easier to do a lot of things with her since we got this milking stand. Because before we had the milking stand, if she can run away, she will if you touch her at any spot that she doesn't like. So now since we got the milking stand, she's let me brush her and she's let me trim her hooves and she's let me touch her udder a little bit. I've not tried, this is the first time milking her, so we'll see. But she's been pretty good about most of this kind of thing lately, so I'm very excited. Now, before you start milking, you do want to make sure everything is clean. So so you can use just like a baby wipe and make sure you clean her udder off and make sure you clean your hands off so that no germs or dirt or bacteria will get into the milk. You're not gonna like this, honey. I'm sorry.
Woo! Let's go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, that's done. We're done.
Pull her head out.
Oh, what?
She's trying to pull her head out.
Yeah, you don't do that. Put your ear back through there. Now, when you start, just to make sure, again, being very careful with bacteria and stuff, you want to take 1 squirt from each teat into just like a cup before you start milking into the actual bucket or whatever you're using to milk in, to make sure that there's no extra like bacteria or dirt or anything that could get into your supply of milk. So here, push over here. I know, my hands are really cold. Okay, hey. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, no, don't do that, okay? Don't be leaping around. Oh. If you do this, you can go see your baby again if you cooperate. I think I got it there. All right, so there's just the first squirts just to make sure that everything is okay. We're both gonna have to get used to this. This is interesting. Like I said, I've never done this before. She's never done this before. So it's gonna be interesting, but hopefully it gets to where we're both used to it and it starts going well. Hey, girl, you're okay. It's gonna be fine. Come on, please work with me. All right, now that Mom's helping, I'm able to get some. I think she's getting a little bit more used to it. She's not really kicking as much. Maybe tomorrow we'll figure out a way to hobble her legs. He's like, what's going on here? I'll be eager to see how much milk she ends up giving. Now that she's calmed down, it's not super hard to do. It is being a little tricky to get used to just where putting my hand, because in theory, you can learn all day how you're supposed to wrap your hand and fingers around the teat, but when it actually comes to really doing that and not squirting yourself in the wrist and up your sleeve, that's a little bit trickier. The most problem that I've had is just accidentally pulling it. Well, not pulling it, but twisting it so that it just squirts straight up my sleeve. But I think I'm getting the hang of it. We did have to change out to a smaller bowl because the bucket ended up being a little big for her.
I'm trying hard to get out of there.
You decided you don't like it again? Look, as soon as you get done with this, you can go back and see your baby again, okay? You're gonna be so happy about that. And then you're gonna be really mad at me whenever I come back, right? All right, you ready to go back and see your baby? Walk down. Good girl.
Very much ready.
Woo! You ready? Close. Yeah, go in there. Okay, you have to let me take this off. Yeah? You ready? They're happy. She's like, why don't you have any milk? I think we left some in. Well, we tried to leave some. I don't necessarily know how much is left. All right, so we have our milk. I'm not necessarily sure. I haven't firsthand gauged how much milk she in particular produces, how much milk a goat in general, or specifically a Nigerian dwarf will produce. I don't necessarily know how much this is in relation to, is it good, is it bad, is it normal? But first we've got to filter and chill this. So I have this funnel. We have some nicer real funnel and screw-on filter things on the way, but for now this is what we had access to. So it's got a filter that leads on the bottom, but I set this milk filter in it So you definitely don't want to just use the metal filter because there's a lot of things in the milk that are smaller than that. But I had to stick it in there just to hold the milk filter in place. So I'm going to set that over this jar. This jar has measurements, so we'll be able to see how much this is. Pour this in. I think this is about 1 1/4 cup of milk, so that is pretty cool. Now, before we start drinking this, I've heard that it is best and it goes freshest if you stick it in the freezer really quick and chill it for about an hour before you pull it out to drink it. So we are gonna go do that. And I'm very excited about our first milking. It was really interesting. I learned a whole lot from doing that one time, and hopefully it will be really good to continue doing it, and we're able to get a lot and do some really cool stuff. All right, it's been an hour, so now it has chilled and we're ready to try it. I've had goat milk once before and it was not bad, so I'm hoping this is not bad either. It'll be interesting. It's good. I like it. It tastes almost like a little sweeter than, not quite like sweeter, but almost than cow milk. That's funny. Anyway, it's pretty good. So definitely be watching for our future dairy projects in our videos, and be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.